straight away. 10,000. 10,000. I've seen four teams bidding for this player. 10,000. I'm with the Lions at 10,000. 11,000. Welcome the Titans. 15 with the auction. I see the player is in the demand at 12,000. The Blasters. Welcome to the auction. 12,000. 13,000. Saras 11. The 7th team to bid. 13,000. 13,000. 13,000. I'm with the Saras 11 at 13,000. 14,000 Titans straight away. 14,000. I'm with the Titans at 14,000. 14,000. 14,000. Do I see any bids? Do I see any bids? 15,000 the strikers. 15,000. Strikers, I'm with the strikers at 15. 16 straight away. The Titans are not going to let him go. 16,000. I'm with the Titans at 16,000. Do I see any bids? Yes. The strikers at 17. 17,000. Last 2,000 से 2,000 में जाएगा ये player. Now it's 17,000. Vivan Chodia, star player, youngster. 17,000. Last call. The hammer goes up in the air. 18,000. The Arab champions are new. 18,000. The Titans are dead. 18,000. 18,000 after the Arab champions at 18,000. Final call. The strikers are out.
Hello.
Straight away with the champions. My eyes were
Upar, first floor.
Hammer is up in the air, and the player is sold to the champions. 18,000. Vivan Chodia. The next player in the auction is Devarshi Pokarna. स्मिथ पोकरना. ओ स्मिथ पोकरना का भाई है. लास्ट टाइम 5 छक्के मारे थे स्मिथ पोकरना ने. उनका भाई भी अच्छा खेला होगा. The auction starts now. Do I see any bids? 5 छक्के मारे थे, 2 तो उसका भाई मार ही लेगा. Do I see any bids? ये
हो रहा है.
मैनेजिंग कमेटी की ओर से थोड़ी दिक्कत. I see no bids. Let's get back to auction. The player will go in chat eventually. Rishabh Bansal का welcome. हमारे sponsor, esteemed sponsor from the last 12 years. Arian Challengers के पास नहीं जाएगा. उनके पास 2,000 का player आ गया है. आर्चित प्लेयर के पास भी नहीं जाएगा. Welcome, Smart Strikers. The player goes to you. The next player in the auction is Rushabh Jain. कौन है ये Rushabh Jain? Rushabh Jain. The auction starts now. I see JDS at 2,000. 2,000. 2,000. I'm in the JDS to 3,000. Yani Blasters. 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, 10,000, 11,000, 12,000, 12,000 at the JDS. 12,000. Straight away, right back. Are you good? Partizan Panthers at 11. 12 or 13, sorry. 13,000 with the Partizan Panthers. 14,000 right back JDS. They're not going to lose this player, I guess. 14,000. 15,000 Partizan Panthers. 16,000 right back. 16,000. Discussion going on with the Partizan Panthers. 16,000. I'm with the JDS. Their intentions are clear. 16,000. The final call. 17,000. Welcome. A new auctioneer. Smart Strikers with 17,000 and they are dead. What a signal, they are dead. 17,000 Smart Strikers. 18,000 Partizan Panthers. 18,000. Suddenly a shift. 18,000. Are you in? They are not in. 18,000. I am with the Partizan Panthers at 18,000. My hammer goes up in the air. The last call and the player is sold to the Partizan Panthers at 18,000. They're happy. The next player in the auction, I guess this is a star player in kids. All eyes. The player is Karthik Malu. The auction starts now. 2,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 10,000, 11,000, 12,000, 13,000, 14, 15, 16, 16,000 and with our chip lighters at 16,000, 17,000, 18,000 friends, war between friends, Aram and Vedant, 20, 21, 22, the hammer is not going down, 23, the bite is not going down, 24 at chip line, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30,000, 30,000, they are it. 30,000, the intentions are very much clear. Archip fighters, 31,000, strikers, 32,000, 32,000, 32,001, 32,002, 33,000, Saras 11, 33, 34, Archip player, right back, 35, Saras 36, Archip player, 36,000, Karthik Malu. अच्छा मेरे को भी कंफ्यूजन था फिर से ऑप्शन स्टार्ट करते हैं ये प्लेयर का ये है उसका छोटा भाई मैं खुद कंफ्यूज हो गया था 36,000 ओके सॉरी द प्ले ऑप्शन स्टार्ट्स नाउ छोटा भाई है मेरे से गलती हो गया था इसलिए 2,000 3,000 4,000 कार्तिक मालूम 5,000 Biryani Blasters, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000. अगर ये 30,000 जाने वाले तो रिक्यू करवा दिया. 9,000 Biryani Blasters, 10,000, 11,000. छोटा भाई भी इतना अच्छा खेलता है वो आज पता चला. 11,000 and with the chip lighters at 11,000. 11,000. The hammer goes up in the end. 11,000, 12,000. Welcome. 13,000 Lions, 14,000. 14,000 and with the chip lighters, 15,000 the Lions, 16,000. छोटा भाई के लिए भी 16,000 जा रहा है. 16,000. The hammer goes up in the air. Need to fast track this. 16,000 and with the chip lighters. Final call. The hammer is up in the air, and the player is sold to the chip lighters at 16,000. Junior Malu. The next player in the auction is Dheer Shah. Dheer Shah.
ग्रुप पे भेजा लिंक
राज का जूनियर धीर शाह.
ग्रुप पे अनाउंस कर दे. यूट्यूब और गूगल शीट की लिंक भेज दिया ग्रुप पे.
ग्रुप पे यूट्यूब और गूगल शीट का लिंक है. यूट्यूब पे लाइव चल रहा है ऑक्शन हमारा. सॉरी. द नेक्स्ट प्लेयर धीर शाह. तो ऑक्शन स्टार्ट्स नाउ. ये राज से अच्छा खेलता है. 2,000 बियानी ब्लास्टर्स. 2,000 2000 2001 2002 3,000 champions. 3,000 yeah 3,000 Arab champions. 3,001 3,002 and the player is sold to the champions at 3,000. Dheer Shah, goodbye. The next player in the auction is Dave Thakkar. Dave Thakkar. The auction starts now. 2,000 Biryani Blasters. 2,000. 2,000. Do I see any bids for 2,000? 2001. 2002. 2003. The player is sold to the Biryani Blasters. The next player in the auction is Kavya Kuwar. The auction starts now. 2,000. I see the JDS first. 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, 10,000. The bat is not going down at 10,000. 10,000, 11,000, 12,000, 13,000, 14,000, 15,000, 16,000. 16. I'm with the 17 JDS right back. 18. The bat is not going down. 18, 19. Do I see a 19? I don't see a 19. Yeah, I see a 19 from JDS. 20. Right back from the Lions. 20,000. 20,000. 21,000. 21,000, welcome the champions. 21,000, new bidder. 22,000, the Lions. 23,000, the champions. 23,000. 23,000, the champions. The bat wasn't going down, but a new bidder brings the bat down. 23,000. 23,001. 24,000, they've changed their mind. 24,000, the Lions. Champions thought they've got it, but they are over now. The player eventually comes back to the Lions at 24,000. 24,000, and I see no bids. They were there from the starting. 24,000, the Lions. The hammer is up in the air. Final call. The champions are out. The JDS is out. And the player is sold to the Lions at 24,000. The next player in the auction, and this is a star player for sure. I think, still confirm kar lo. Yes, Jen. Yes, Jen. The auction starts now. इधर से स्टार्ट करो 10,000 से स्टार्ट करो 20,000 JDS 30,000 Patil 40,000 the JDS. This is how you do the auction. 40,000. This is how you do the auction. 40,000. 41, 42 JDS are not going to let it go. 42,000, 43,000, 44,000, 44, 40, 50,000. Do I see a 50? 50. Two competitors in 50. Do I see a 50? Anyone for 50,000? 350s. 350s here. Okay. Any 50s? Oh my God. First player. Yes, Jen. 50,000. I need 3 chicks. One with the JDS, Patidar Panthers, and the Bihani Blasters. Need 3 chicks. I'll give this privilege to Vicky Bhai. पहला player 50,000. तुम सबकी किस्मत विकी भाई के हाथ में. विकी भाई देखते हैं किसके लिए लकी है. अपने पड़ोसी से ही एकदम संबंध बना रही है. पाटीदार पैंथर्स. Yes, Jen, give him a big round of applause. 50,000 player. 50,000. अभी निकल जाओ.
Arian Challengers का कट ऑफ है 50,000, टाइटन्स का कट ऑफ है 50,000, स्मार्ट स्ट्राइकर्स का कट ऑफ है 50,000, अरम चैंपियंस का कट ऑफ है 50,000, प्रिया लिबर्टीज लैंड का कट ऑफ है 50,000, बिहानी ब्लास्टर्स कट ऑफ 50,000, जेडीएस का कट ऑफ है 50,000, पाटीदार पैंथर्स कट ऑफ 10,000, आर्चिड फ्लाइंग हिटर्स कट ऑफ 50,000, सर्विस 11 कट ऑफ 50,000.
हमारे एक्सेल स्पेशलिस्ट, बैकएंड स्पेशलिस्ट सैया सीधा चीडिया है में से यहाँ पे. The next player in the auction is Vajrajain. The auction starts now. 2,000 with the Patidar Panthers. They've become active in the last 3 players. 2,000. They bought a 50,000 player. Yes, Jen. 2,000. 2,000. Vajrajain. The hammer goes up in the air. And we need to fast track this auction. The player is sold to the Patidar Panthers in 2,000. The next player in the auction is Nikunj Tiwari. I'm going to fast track this auction. All the sponsors need to pay attention on this. 2,000 the auction starts now. I see 2,000 from there. 2,000 the first bid. 3,000 Bihani Blasters. 3,000, 4,000 champions. 4,000, 5,000 Bihani Blasters. 6,000 Archit. 7,000, 7,000, 8,000, 8,000, 9,000. Straight back. Arham Challenger. Arham champions. 9,000. Back apart. 9,000. 9,000. 9,000. 10,000. Do I see a 10,000? Yes, I see a 10,000 from Bihani Blasters. 11,000. Light back. 11,000. 11,000. I'm with the champions at 11,000. And last call. 12,000. Archit Riders. Welcome to the auction. 12,000. 13,000 right back. Arham champions. 14,000 the Blasters. 15,000 right back the champions. They're not gonna let it go. 15,000 Arham. 15,000. 1, The intentions are clear. 15,002 and 15,003. The player is sold to the Ariam champions. Nikunj Tiwari. Oh my God! All eyes here. I'm going to see a lot of 50s now. Meet Jen. The auction starts now. कौन 50 है? कोई है 50? 45,000 smart strikers. 46,000. 46, 47 Titans. 50. 50. Do I see a 50? 3 50s. Any more 50s in the auction? Any more 50s? 4 50s. Yes, 4 50s. 5 50s. Done. I'm not going to take any more. Saras, JDS, Titans, Biani Blasters, Smart Strikers. 5 chips. फोटो का काम दिया है फोटोग्राफर को. मैं बुलाना चाहूंगा मिस बर्मेचा, मिस्टर बर्मेचा. मिस अभी शादी हुई है ना, उनकी तो थोड़ा मिस निकल गया मुझसे. मिस कर रहे होंगे. आइए, हमारे जर्सी पार्टनर है ये. ताली होनी चाहिए कंटिन्यूस प्रो साल जर्सी पार्टनर चिन्ह बर्मेचा. साथ में लेडीज का टीम भी लेते हैं फिक्स हमेशा. भले जेंट्स में ना ले. लास्ट टाइम तो लिया था जेंट्स में. ये टाइम मैं नहीं उससे नहीं लिया. अभी लेडीज का टीम हुआ है, नेक्स्ट ईयर किड्स का भी होगा. इफ यू नो यू नो. 1 to 5 का चिट्स है. 1 is JDS, 2 is Titans, 3 is Blasters, 4 और कौन था? 4 is Saras and 5 is Strikers. चिन्मय जी बर्मेचा, आपका नसीब, आपके सबका नसीब तुम्हारे हाथ में. ये निकला है 4. सरस 11 में जाएगा ये. बिग राउंड ऑफ अप्लॉज. मीट चेक 50,000. सेकंड प्लेयर 50,000 में. सरस 11 का भी कट ऑफ देखते हैं कितना है. 50,000 का 2 प्लेयर ले लिया है. 26,000 कट ऑफ अभी भी बाकी है. उन्हें को रिटेन करके मीट चेक. ये हिदायत है क्या बीबी? हिदायत नहीं. The next player in the auction, मेरे फेवरेट प्लेयर है. किड्स, जेंट्स, लेडीज मिला के. स्मिथ पोकर नाम. The auction starts now. किधर से स्टार्ट करेंगे? 10,000 से करेंगे क्या? 20. मेरे को ये तनिष इसलिए मैंने इस ऑक्शन टेबल पे बिठाया मेरा काम इजी करने के लिए. 20,000, 21,000, 21,000, 22,000, 23, 24, 25. 30,000. 35,000 the Lions. 35,000. I've got a new competition, Danish. 35. बस 36,000. 37,000. 37,000. 37,000. Oh, where is my hammer? 37,000. Last call. I'm with the Lions. 38,000 strikers. 39,000 right back. 39,000. I want to see a 40 from you. Do I see a 40? No, they are out. बड़े भाई ने मना कर दिया. छोटा भाई क्या हाथ उठाएगा? 39,000. I'm with the Lions. तनिष में तुम्हारी सिचुएशन समझ सकता हूँ. ठीक है. The hammer is up in the air, and the player is sold. 39,000. One of the best price of SPL-12. 39,000 स्मिथ को करना बहुत ही सस्ते में गया है ये. इनके कैलिबर के हिसाब से. The next player in the auction is रिदान बहापना. नहीं रिदान बाफना नहीं है. ये डिफरेंट है क्या? J1103 बापना लिखा है. ठीक है. रिदान ऑक्शन स्टार्ट नाउ. 2,000. सरस 11. इन्होंने नाम लिखवाया है उनका. इनको चाहिए 2,000. 2,000 का ऑक्शन. 2,000. The hammer is up in the air, and the player is sold to the Saras 11 in 2,000. अरे ये भी मेरा फेवरेट है यार. The next player in the auction, Taiwan Bayani, 2000, the Titans. Do I see a masti? Do I see mastis going around? 2000. 2000. अरुण भाई को मना करते हुए अब नहीं करना है. करने दो बेटा, पापा की सुन लेते हैं कभी कभी. 2000. All eyes on Kavish भाई. 3000. 4000. 4000. मैं बोल रहा हूँ कभी मैं 30,000 में भी कारवान को रिटेन करेंगे. बढ़ाओ. 4,000 सरस 11. 4,000. 5,000. 5,000. बस 5,001. 5,002. 5,003. The player is sold to the Titans. मेरे को मेरा काम करना था. ताइवान का प्राइस 2,000 में जाता, मेरे से देखा नहीं जाता. 5,000. The youngest player of SPL-12. तालियां बजती रहनी चाहिए. ताइवान बयानी. The next player in the auction. सबके भाई निकल रहे हैं स्पॉन्सर्स के. Meet Sonegra. The auction starts now. 2,000. All eyes on Sarus 11. 3,000. 4,000 Lions. All eyes on Sarus 11. जब भी मस्ती आती है मैं सिर्फ अंशुल की तरफ देखता हूँ. जहाँ भी मस्ती आती है मैं सिर्फ अंशुल की तरफ देखता हूँ. 4,000 Lions. 50,000 का प्लेयर ले लिया है, रिस्क नहीं लेना चाहते. फट तो रही है, ठीक है. 4,000. 1, 2. And the player is sold to the Lions. घर का प्लेयर घर में, क्या बात है. The best auction so far. The next player in the auction is Lap Chander. Lap Chander. Lap Chander. Do I see any bids? 2,000 Biani Blasters. 2,000. Need to fast track this auction. 2,000. The hammer is up in the air and the player is sold. Lap Chander, Biani Blasters. The next player in the auction is Heat Chen. Heat Chen. मांडव जी के भतीजे Heat Chen. बढ़िया प्लेयर है. ऑक्शन स्टार्ट्स नाउ. 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 4,001, 4,002, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 7,000, 7,000. I'm with the Aryan challenger at 7,000. 7,001, 7,002, 7,003. The player is sold to the Aryan challengers in 7,000. ये अक्षरा तो रिटेन है ना. सॉरी माय फॉल्ट. एकांश राठौड़ है ये. एकांश राठौड़ का ऑप्शन स्टार्ट्स नाउ. 2, 3, 4, 5. ब्लास्टर्स. हम तो ब्लास्टर्स एट 5. 5, 1, 5,002, 6,000 the JDS. 7,000 the blasters. 7,000. 1, 2, 7,000, 8,000, welcome. 8,000 Titans. 9,000, 9,000, 10,000 Titans, right back. 11,000 blasters, right back. 11,000 to 11,000, 11,000, 12,000, right back. Blasters, Titans. 12,001, 13,000 the blasters. 30,000, 40,000, thank you. 40,000 Titans. 40,000, 1, 15,000, 15,000. A last call, 15,000. I'm going to fast track this auction. 16, right back. 17, a new bidder. Aryan challengers, new bidder. 17,000. 1, 17,000. 2, 18,000. Right back blasters. 18,001, 18,002. I'm with the blasters at 18,000. 18,000. 18,000. Final call. I'm going to fast track this auction and the player is sold to the blasters at 18,000. Sponsors, please note I'm going to fast track this auction. So you need to cooperate. बहुत जल्दी करना पड़ेगा. The next player in the auction, the man sitting here, Krishil Shah, a star player. The auction starts now. 40,000, 40,000 the JDS, 45,000, 50,000 JDS, 50,000 ऊपर. Last call, 50,000 को एक बार बैट ऊपर कर दीजिए. Final call. 1, 2, 3, 4, done. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 sequence. 4 Aryan Challenger पाटीदार पैंथर्स ऑक्शन में बैठे थे कोई नहीं आप रोहिणी ब्लास्टर्स आप खुद पे ध्यान दीजिए दूसरे पे ध्यान नहीं दीजिए हमारे बैठे हुए एक्सपर्ट The next player in the auction, Manan Bug. The auction starts now. With a fast like this. Manan Bug. Do I see any text? Manan Bug. I see a bid. 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003. The player is sold to the Smart Strikers. The next player in the auction, star player Raj Shah. The auction starts now. 2 JDS, 3 4 5 6 7 8 8,000 JDS. I'm with the JDS at 8,000 9,000 10,000 10,000 1 11,000 बड़े भाई ने उठा दिया अब तो कुछ पाई नहीं है 12,000 blasters 13,000 strikers 14,000 blasters 15,000 I see a 15,000 भाई ने बोल दिया है तो कर देगा 15,000 15,001 15,002 50,000 3 the player is sold to the strikers Raj Shah Tejas के favorite player right arm off spin the next player in the auction is Archit Bhutara the auction starts now Archit Bhutara अभी ये छोटा चिराना 2 रूम है I see no bids कोई है 2000 वाला बाकी सही है फर्स्ट राउंड में निकालो चिप निकालो Aram Champions the player goes to Aram Champions Archit Bhutara The next player in the auction is Viraj Parekh. अच्छे player है. The auction starts now. देखो मैंने पहले ही रूल बोला था the auction starts now के बाद 2000 करना. It's a bit confusion. नहीं समझ रहे. I take the Arab champions with 2000, 3000, 4000, 5000, 6000, 7000, 8000, 9000, 10,000, 10. I'm with the JDS at 10. 10,000. Welcome. Biani Blasters. 12, 13, 13. I see a 13, 14, the Aryan champions, 15, Arab champions if I'm not wrong, 16, JDS, the bat is not going down, 16, I'm with the JDS at 16, a final call, this player, 17 champions, 18 right back JDS, they're not going to let it go, 18, the last call for all the answers, 19, 20, right back JDS are in the auction at 20,000, 20,001, 20,002, 21,000 champions, 21,001 and you're out, right? You're out. 21,000, the hammer goes up in the air, JDS are out, I've given them a confirmation and the player is sold to the champions, 21,000. The next player in the auction is Lavish Oswal. The auction starts now. Lavish Oswal, 2,000, 2,000, Lavish Oswal. 1, Lavish Oswal. 2, 2,000. And the player is sold to the Lions in 2,000. The next player in the auction is Priyansh Shah. The auction starts now. 2, 3, 3,000, 4,000 Aryan champion, 5, Archit Plat, 5, 6, do I see a 6? I'm in the area, Archit Platers at 5,000, 6 Aryan challengers, 7 Archit Plat right back, 7,000 I'm with the hitters at 7,001, 8,000, welcome to the auction Titans, 8,000, Titan, 9,000 right back, 10,000, a new bidder, 11,000, Arab champion, they're in a rush, they have a train to catch, 12,000, 13,000 Archit Tigers, 13,000 Titans, 14,000, 15,000 Archit Tigers, 15,000, 16,000 the Titans. 16,000 under the Titans at 16. Under the Titans at 16. 17 right back. 18 right back Titans. 18,000. Under the Titans at 18,000. The hammer is up in the air. 18, 19,000. It has 20,000 Titans. They are very firm. 20,000. Priyansha, 20,000. With the Titans at 20,000. The hammer is up in the air. A final call to Archer Fighters. They are not into it. They are out in this. 20,000 with the Titans. The hammer is up in the air. And the player is sold to the Titans in 20,000. The next player in the auction, a star player again, Pritansh Agarwal. The auction starts now. 15,000 Ariel challenges. 20,000, 20, 25,000 in 5, the multiples of 5, it's going in the multiples of 5. 26,000 JDS. 26,000. The hammer is up in the air at 26, 27 welcome smart strikers. 28,000, 29,000, 30,000, 31,000, 32,000, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. Oh, they're dead. They're out. 38,000, they're out. 38,000. I'm with the strikers at 38,000. 38,000. Brothers से signal आ गया है. कोई problem नहीं है. 38,000. The hammer is up in the air and the player is sold to the strikers. At 38,000. Pritansh Agarwal, तालियां बजती रहनी चाहिए. 38,000. The next player in the auction is Ayush Jain. Ayush Jain. I see no bids. Do I see bids? Ayush Jain. Flag number? Ayush Jain. B904 Ayush Jain. A final call. 2,000. Piani Blasters. Okay. 2,000. The auction. 3,000. Do I see a 3? The last call. 2001. 2002. 3,000 Titans, 4,000, 4,001, 4,002, and the auction is closed for Ayush Jain and is sold to Biani Blasters at 4,000. The next player in the auction, Praneeth Bannatwala, Bridges by son. Praneeth Bannatwala. The auction starts now. Do I see any bids for Praneeth? Do I see any bids for Praneeth? I see no bids for Praneeth. I see no bids. The player will go in chips. The player goes to JDS. Praneeth Bannatwala. The next player in the auction, हमारे रितेश भाई के सुपुत्र, रितेश भाई कहाँ भाई हो गए? कलश जैन, ये वही है ना? कलश जैन वही है ना? 2,000, 3,000, challengers, 3,000. Do I see any bids? Last call. The 4,000, the champions, right back, 4,001, 4,002, 5,000, Saras 11, 5,001, 5,002, 5,000. I'm waiting for the Orient challengers. They've asked me to wait. I can't wait that much. And the player is sold to the Saras 11 in 5,000 colors jet. The next player in the auction is Hitansh Oswal. The auction starts now. 2,000 challengers, 2001, 2002, 2003. The player is sold to the Orient challengers. The next player in the auction is Ansh Oswal. The auction starts now. Ansh Oswal. Do I see any bids for Ansh? I see no bids. The player will eventually go in one team. The Titans. The player will go in Titans. Ansh Oswal. Oh, nice. The next player in the auction is Vihan Garg. The auction starts now. Auction starts now. Vihan Garg, विनय भाई के साथ है शायद ये. The auction starts now. Do I see any bids? I see no bids. Player will go in chips. दो player भी बहुत हैं. JDS again. The second round of 2000 Vihan Garg, JDS. The next player in the auction is ये प्रियांश नाम लिखा है सिर्फ. प्रियांश, इसका फ्लैट नंबर क्या है? I-1102. The auction starts now. Priyansh. 2000 with the JDS. Any more bids? I saw 2000 JDS first. 2000, 3000, 3000. 1, 3002, 3000. 3. The player is sold to the Blasters at 3000. The next player in the auction is Sayyam Bona. The auction starts now. 2000 JDS, 3000. Huh? Double Y AM. नाम है फ्लैट नंबर A403 2 3 4 5 6 10,000 12,000 15,000 16 17 18 20 JDS 21 strikers 22 Archit Flight 23 24 strikers 24 strikers I'm with the strikers at 24 25 26 26 26 26,000 I'm with the smart strikers at 26,000 last player before a 5-minute break fast player before a 5-minute break 26,000 the auction hammer goes up in the air and the player is sold to the strikers at 26,000 sponsors a 5-minute break just a 5-minute refreshment break कहाँ उठ के जाइए मत प्रैक्टिस स्टार्ट होगा 5 मिनट में
हेलो
Hello.
हेलो सबको एक बार कट ऑफ बोल देता हूँ मैं। अरियन चैलेंजर्स का कट ऑफ है 29,000, टाइटंस का है 50,000, स्मार्ट स्ट्राइकर्स 9,000, अरहम चैंपियंस 25,000, प्रियास लिबर्टी लायन 30,000, बिहानी ब्लास्टर्स 50,000, जैन डेंटल स्ट्राइकर्स 50,000, पाटीदार पैंथर्स 10,000, आर्किड हिटर्स 50,000, सरस 11 23,000। ऑप्शन रिस्टार्ट कर रहे हैं हम। नेक्स्ट प्लेयर आफ्टर द ब्रेक तीर्थ छाजेल, शैलेश जी के लड़के हैं ये तीर्थ छाजेल। Do I see any bids for Tirth? Titans with 2,000, Tirth Chajed. Do I see any bids? Tirth Chajed going to Titans. 1, 2, 3, sold. Tirth Chajed to Titans for 2,000 points. Next player, Dhruv. The next player, Giant Dental Strikers with 2,000 points. Do I see any bids for Dhruv Oswal? JDS with 2,000. Going once, twice, sold. Dhruv Oswal sold to JDS for 2,000 points. Next player, Viren Jain. Viren Jain is the next player. 2,000 Patida Panthers, Priya Devotee 3, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000. Blasters. 25,000 JDS. JDS 25,000. Viren Jain. 26,000. 25 हो गया already. 25 with JDS, 26 Biani Blasters, 27 JDS, 27, 28, 29 with JDS, and with JDS, 29,000 points. 30,000 for Birenje and Biani Blasters, 31,000 JDS. 31,000 JDS. Going Biani Blasters, 32,000 points. JDS are out. Any other bidders for Birenjen? I see no bidders. And Birenjen is sold to Biani Blasters for 32,000 points. And the next player, Arav Jain. Arav Jain is the next player. I see no bids for Arav Jain. This player will go in six. अरहम चैंपियंस, पाटीदार पैंथर्स और प्रियास लिबर्टी लायन, तीनों में से किसी एक को जाएगा प्लेयर। चिट शूट आएंगे आप। और प्लेयर अरहम चैंपियंस को जाता है आरव जैन, 2,000 पॉइंट्स। अरहम चैंपियंस। The next player, Daksh Rathod.
Daksh. Daksh Rathod. I see no bids for Daksh Rathod. ये भी प्लेयर चिट्स में जाएगा. Okay, 2000 Aryan Challengers. Sold. Next player, Prem Shah. Prem Shah is the next player. 2000 JDS, 3000 PSC body length, 4000 JDS, 5000 archer gliders, 6000 JDS, 7, 8, 8000 with JDS. Prem Shah, 8000 JDS, 9000 Titans, 10 JDS. 11,000 for Titans, 12 JDS back at it with 12,000. Sold to Titans for 13,000 points. Next player, Shikhar Oswal. Shikhar Oswal, do I see any bids for Shikhar? 2000 with Smart Strikers, and the player is going to play for Smart Strikers, going once, twice, thrice. Sold. Shikhar Oswal sold to Smart Strikers for 2000 points.
The next player in the auction is Karthik Rajpurohit. Karthik Rajpurohit, the auction starts now. Karthik Rajpurohit. Do I see any bids for Karthik Rajpurohit? I see no bids. I'm going to fast track this auction. I see no bids. And the players will go in chits. Players will go in chits. Partidar Panthers. Karthik Rajpurohit. The next player in the auction is, now comes your player, Vicky Bhai, Naitik Malu. The auction starts now. 30,000, 30,000. कट ऑफ भी नहीं है बियानी का. 30,000 नीचे बैठ जाइए. 30,000, 31,000 archer fighters, 40,000 JDS, 45,000 archer fly, 50. Do I see a 50? 2 50s here. Any more 50? Last call. No 50s. Coin. अच्छा दोनों के ही 50,000 कट ऑफ है. आ जाओ. Bucks or with tails. Heads is the call. It is a head, and the player will go to archer fly hitters. 50,000. Give him a big. The next player in the auction is Samir Bafna. Need to fast track this auction. We are running late. Samir Bafna. The auction starts now. Samir Bafna. Do I see bids? I see no bids. कौन सा समर के भाई? What are you doing, Harshaj Puri? The next player in the auction, Samir Bafna. The player will eventually go in one team, which is the Lions. I see a bid of 2,000. Okay, 2,000, 2001, 2002. 3,000 from Saras 11, the coming late in the auction. 3,000, 3,000, 3,001, 3,000. Late entry in the auction 4,000. A late entry again 5,000 JDS. 5,000. 1. 5,000. 6,000 Sarasilan. 7,000 JDS. 7,000 the JDS. 7,001. 7,002. 7,003. The player is sold. The next player in the auction is David Chen. Just hold on, guys. The next player in the auction is David Chen. David Chen, do I see any bids? Sponsors, I need your attention over here. David Chen. I see no bids. And the player is sold, unsold. To Priya's Lions because they are the only one left. I'd like to welcome CA Pooja ma'am, trophy sponsor. Give her a big round of applause. Our trophy sponsor, welcome on board SPL. Thanks a lot for your sponsorship. The next player in the auction, Panav Chauhan. The auction starts now. Panav Chauhan. Any bids for Panav? Any bids? I see no bids. I need to fast track this auction. The player will go in chits. The player will go to Arab Champions. Panav Chauhan. कौन है इधर? स्वराज. The next player in the auction is Ish Sanklecha. Ish Sanklecha. The auction starts now. Do I see any bids? Ish Sanklecha. Sorry, Ish Sanklecha. I see no bids. I see no bids. I see no bids again. The player will go in chits. The player next. Archit Writers. Archit Writers. The player will go to Archit Writers. Is Sanklecha. Is Sanklecha. The next player in the auction is Neev Thakkar. A lot of Thakkars, I don't know them. Neev Thakkar. Neev Thakkar. I don't like seeing a Thakkar being unsold. The next player in the auction, Neev Thakkar. Any bids? No bid. A Thakkar being unsold in the first time of history of SPL. Priya's Liberty Line. The player will go to Priya Liberty Line. The next player in the auction is Ayush Pitale. Ayush Pitale. Do I see any bids? Do I see any bids? There is no bid. The player will go in chip. Okay. 2,000 is there. I will lay it out. 2,000 Arab Champion. The player is sold. The next player in the auction, Yug Parekh. Do I see a bid for Yug Parekh in the auction? Yeah. Arabian Challengers. 2,000. 3,000 Archit Writers. 3,000. 3,001. 3,002. 3,003. The player is sold to the Archit Writers. Sponsors, please pay attention. I'm going to fast track this auction. Don't want any complaints after that. Archit Writers. Kian Jain. The next player in the auction is Kian Jain. Ritesh ji कैसे पूछ रहा है क्या? कौन सा कियान है ये? सिंगल है, सिंगल है. ये रितेश भाई नहीं सो पूछ रहा है, कोई नहीं. 2,000. पाटीदार Panthers. पाटीदार Panthers 2,000. 2,000. Do I see any bids? Do I see any bids? No. And the player is sold to the Patidar Panthers. The next player in the auction is Vineet Bafna. Do I see any bids for Vineet Bafna? The auction starts now. Vineet Bafna. I don't see any bids. The player will go in chits eventually. Last call. I see no bids. आवाज कम कर दो guys. थोड़ी देर ध्यान दीजिए. Saras 11. The player will go to Saras 11. Vineet Bafna. The next player in the auction is Bharat Hire. The auction starts now. Bharat Hire. 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 JDS, 6,000, 7,000 Lions, 7,000, 8,000 with the JDS at 8,000, 9,000, 9,000 with the Lions right back, 10,000, 11,000 a new auctioneer, 11,000 a new bidder, 12,000, 12,000, 12,000. Saras का कट ऑफ कितना? 23,000. 13,000 the JDS. I'm with the JDS at 13. I'm with the JDS at 13. My hammer goes up in the air. Need to fast track this. 14,000 Saras welcome. 14,000 with the Saras. 14,000. They are out. They are out. GDS are out. 14,000. Final call. Hammer is up in the air. And the player is sold to the Saras 11. The next player in the auction is Sayyam Ramkhecha. Sayyam Ramkhecha. Sayyam Ramkhecha, the auction starts now 2,000. With the JDS at 2,000. 2,000. I don't see any bids. And the player will eventually go to the JDS in 2,000. The next player in the auction is Pakshal Bora. Pakshal Bora. Pakshal Bora, 2,000. Smart strikers at 2,001. 2,002. 3,000. 4,000. 4,000. 4,000. 4,000. 5,000. 5,000 Saras 11 and with the Saras 11 at 5. Do I see any bids? I see no bids. And the player will go to the Saras 11 in 5,000. The next player in the auction is Dhruvit Jain. Dhruvit Jain. पीछे silent भाई, please थोड़ा. रितेश भाई. The next player in the auction is Dhruvit Jain. Dhruvit Jain. Do I see any bids for Dhruvit Jain? The player will go in chits. Bihani Blasters. The player will go to Bihani Blasters. The next player in the auction, ladies and gentlemen, Harsh Rajpurohit, Tejas Mantri. The next player in the auction, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4,000 Aryan Challengers, 4,000, 4,001, 4,002, 4,000, 5,000 Patidar, 6,000 Archit Plan, a new bidder, 6,000, 6,001, 6,002, 6,000. 3, the player is sold to the Archit Players at 6,000. The next player in the auction is Himang Jain. Himang Jain. The auction starts now. 2,000 champions. 2,000. 2,000. 2,000. 3,000. Lions. 3,000. I'm with the Lions at 3,000. 3,000. With the Lions at 3,000. I don't see any bids. The hammer is up in the air. I see no bids. Last call for the champions. Hammer is up in the air. 4,000. New bidder. Aryan Challengers 4,001. Hammer goes up in the air again. Do I have any bids? I don't see any bids. See no bids. The player is sold to the Aryan Challengers in 4,000. The next player in the auction is Yash Patel. Yash Patel. Need to fast track this auction again. They're running out of time. Yash Patel. The auction starts now. I see no bids. The player will eventually go in one team. 2,000. Archit Strikers. 2,000. The next player in the auction, Moksh Bansal. Next player in the auction, auction starts now. Auction starts now. My eye goes to Danish and Saras 11. They're going to take this player eventually. Moksh Bansal. The auction starts now. 2,000. 2,000. Do I see any bids? Do I see any bids? Do I see any bids? I see no bids again. The player is sold to the Saras 11 in 2,000. The next player in the auction is Hitam Jain. Hitam Jain. Hitam Jain. The auction starts now. If this player goes unsold, the player will eventually go in the Titans. And the player is sold to the Titans. The next player in the auction, a good player again, Rishi Parekh. The auction starts now. Where do I start the auction from? 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 18, 19, 20, 21, fight between the neighbors, 22, 22, fight between the neighbors, 23, right back, 23,000 with the champions, so 23, 24, the Lions are back in again, 24,000, the Lions are back in, 24,000, they are out, 26, 25, sorry, 25, yeah, champions are 25, 25. Do they have a cutoff? Yes, 25. You can bet 25,000. 25 balance khatam. 25,000 champions. They are alone, they are out, they don't have the cutoff, they don't have the balance. 25,000, the hammer is up in the air. The player is 26, a new bidder. 26, Aram is shocked. But this is how auction works. 26,000, Titans at 26. No one can beat the Titans at this moment, is it? The hammer is up in the air. The player is sold to the Titans, no one can beat them. The next player in the auction is Shanay Shah. Shanay Shah. The auction starts now. Shanay Shah. The player will go in checks, I guess. Priya's Liberty line. They are going to take their 23,000 back home away because they have completed their auction team, I guess. नहीं? Sorry. जो भी तालियां बजा रहे थे ऑफिस ले लो. The next player in the auction is Divyansh Agarwal. Diyansh Agarwal, sorry. Diyansh Agarwal. Diyansh Agarwal. Do I see any bids for Diyansh? I see no bids for Diyansh. The player will go in chits. Patidar Panthers. The next player in the auction is Advik Mehta. The auction starts now. Advik Mehta. Do I see any bids for Advik? I see no bids. Smart Strikers. The player will go to Smart Strikers. Kanish, ध्यान दो इधर उधर बुलाओ मत इधर ध्यान दो. The player is sold to the Strikers. The next player in the auction is Ishan Jain. The auction starts now. Ishan Jain. No bids again. The player will go in two teams, I guess. One of the two teams. Which team? Again? Two teams, I guess. Titans and Bihani, the neighbors. Aryan also. One is Aryan, two is Bihani, and three is Titans. Three कौन था? Titans were three. Titans were three. Ishan Jain, the player goes to the Titans. The next player in the auction is Neerav Jawar. Neerav Jawar, the auction Aryan challenges at 2,000. Do you want a 3,000, yeah, 3,000. Priya's Liberty Lines, 3,000. 3,001, 3,002, 4,000 Aryan challengers, 5,000 Lions, 5,000 under the Lions at 5. Last call. The hammer is up in the air. The player is sold to the Lions in 5,000. The next player in the auction is Shaurya. The auction starts now. Do I see any bids? No bids for Shaurya. No bids, yeah. Bihani Blasters with 2,000. 3. Vicky bhai, 3,000. Archer Strikers at 3. 3,001, 3,002. The player is sold to the Archer Strikers. The first team of kids is completed. Give them a big round of applause. Archer Strikers, the first team, SPL-12 kids. A good player in the auction again, Saish Malani. Saish Malani is again a player. The auction starts now at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,000, 10,000, 11,000, 11,000, 12,000, 13,000, 14,000, 14,000, 14,000, 15,000 JDS, 15,000 I saw Bata, 15,000 man with the JDS, 16,000 Aram, 16,000, 16,000, 16,000, A final call. I am with the champions at 16,000. My hammer is up in the air. Hammer goes up in the air. Player is sold to the champions in 16,000. I guess the team is completed. Second team to be completed. Give them a big round of applause. Champions, our sound partner, Udain Bhai's team. The next player in the auction is Kavit Gandhi. The auction starts now. 2,000 Aryan challengers. 2001, 2002, 3,000 blasters. Right back. 3001, 3002. The player is sold to the blasters. The next player in the auction is Rajveer Gota. The auction starts now. 2000 Aryan challengers. 2001, 2002. The player is sold to the Aryan challengers. Bihan Karia, the next player in the auction. Bihan Karia, 2000 smart strikers. रुको जितने भी लोग हैं सब बैठ जाओ प्लीज. कपिल हाँ बैठ जाओ. 2000 with the strikers at 2000. 2000, 3000 Patidar Panthers. 3000, 3001, 3000, 4000 strikers. 4001, 4002. The player is sold to the strikers in 4000. Bihan Karia. The next player in the auction is Darsha. Darsha. The auction starts now. 2000. I want a 2000. I don't see a 2000 from anywhere. Fourth round is done. I guess the blasters are left with 4. Right? The player will go to the blasters. 2000. Darsha. But no, we'll put it in for 2000 because the player is sold. 22,000 you take home. 22,000, they're left with 22,000 points. And they're going to party tonight with 22,000 points. Bihani Blasters, give them a big round of applause. Bihani Blasters are 30. And they're left with 22,000 points which will be used in the next auction. Next SPL auction. Announcement. Starters के बाद lunch भी है. तो सब lunch करके ही जाना. तुमको तो वैसे भी रुकना ही है बड़े प्लेयर्स के लिए. The next player in the auction is Yuvraj Gangar. UV. The auction starts now. I see no bids. Priya's Liberty Lions. The player will go to you, and the team is completed with how many points left? 8,000 points, which will be used in the next auction, next SPL auction if you take a team. 8,000 points. Give them a big round of applause. The team is completed. The next player in the auction, a young star, Samyak Bhandari. The auction starts now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 20,000. JDS. This is how you do an auction. 20,000. The hammer is up in the air. Last call. No one to challenge them. Sold to the JDS in 20,000. Next player in the auction is Daksh Kantan. He is also a good player. The auction starts now. 10,000 with the auction. 15,000. No one to challenge the Aryan challengers. 15,000. They have their cutoff. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20,000. 20,000 points. 21,000 Aryan challengers. They are out. JDS are out. They are very clear. 21,000. The hammer goes up in the air and the player is sold to the Aryan challengers. No one to challenge them. The next player in the auction, Bhagya Sada मन ले नहीं पाया 22,000 points घर पे लेके गया. कोई बात नहीं. The auction starts now at 2,000, 8,000, 10,000. No one to challenge them, I guess. 10,000. The hammer is up in the air. The player is sold to the JDS in 10,000. The next player in the auction, Nivan Oswal. Nivan Oswal. The auction starts now. 2,000. Aryan challenges. Aryan challenges. And with the Aryan challenges at 2,000. 8,000 Saras 11. The player is sold to the Saras 11. The next player in the auction is Kian Jain. Double A. 2,000 Aryan challengers. The auction starts now. 2001, 2002, 2003. The player is sold. The next player in the auction is Jeet. Jeet. The auction starts now. Jeet. I see no bids. The player will go in checks. The player will go to Smart Strikers. Starter खाते खाते. The next player in the auction is Neeb Oswal. Neeb Oswal, the auction starts now. Neeb Oswal. Neeb Oswal, I see no bids for Neeb Oswal. 2,000. 2,000. 2,000. And the player is sold to the Aryan challengers in 2,000. The team is done and they have took 6,000 away for the next auction. The next player in the auction is Hriday Kothari. 10,000 Patidar Panthers. 10,000. Cut off है. 11,000. JDS के पास बहुत cut off है. 11,001. 12,000 Titans. 20,000. 20,000. No? I saw a 20. I saw a 20. 20,000 JDS. The hammer is up in the air. The player is sold. The next player in the auction is Samkit Jain. Samkit Jain. The auction starts now. Samkit Jain. कौन से टीम्स बाकी है? पाटीदार, टाइटंस एंड जेडीएस, राइट? एंड स्ट्राइकर्स. Samkit Jain. Patidar Panthers. The player will go in Patidar Panthers. I think the game is completed, right? No. Yes. Laksh Baheti. Next name, Laksh Baheti. 2,000. Last 5 names. Laksh Baheti. 20,000. 23 है ना तुम्हारा? 23,000. The player is sold to the JDS. The next player in the auction is Karthik Budara. The auction starts now. Karthik Budara. Patidar Panthers. Patidar Panthers with 2. 2001, 2002, 2003. The team is completed. क्या? नहीं. बाकी है. Patidar. The next player in the auction is Sayyam Gora. I वाला Sayyam. SAIYAM. Sayyam Gora. The auction starts now. कितना है? 18,000. The player is sold. Titans. दो प्लेयर, दो नाम. यजत पटेल. किसका टीम बाकी है? जेडीएस, पाटीदार और ये. कितने हुए दोनों के? The player will go. पाटीदार के 6 हो गए. रोहित देसाई will go in Patidar Panthers. We are done with the SPL Kicks 2024 auction with a big round of applause. Rohit Desai. Rohit Desai is Patidar. Hello. Thank you to all the kid sponsors. SPL-12 2024. We are going to start the ladies auction in the next 7 minutes.
ये निकालते कैसे रे निकालते कैसे
फोन निकालने गए
हाँ बंद करने का गणेश बंद कर
ऐसे नहीं वाला प्रोफेशनल में यही काम पे है